Topic for tonight that I want to talk about is two P's in a pod of success. And those two P's are perspective and perseverance. And what I wanted to talk about, I basically do comedy and motivational speaking. And I talk a lot about overcoming challenges. And when people first meet me, my challenges are very apparent, largely because growing up with the last name Lifshitz was pretty brutal. And of course there's the other thing, I do have a physical disability. It's actually a condition from birth called multiple congenital musculoskeletal abnormalities, which for those of you who do not speak Latin is actually the medical term for really messed up. And people often say, okay, well Michael, how do you deal with the challenges of having a disability? And I think the two key elements, or two of the key elements, is maintaining perspective and perseverance. Perspective, I firmly believe that how people react to the situations they're faced with is directly proportional to what they've had to deal with in the past. What surprises a lot of people is actually that my disability is not the biggest challenge that I face. My biggest challenge actually was March 8th, 1991, a Friday afternoon. And my mom actually, instead of waiting outside to pick me up, came into the school, which seemed a little odd, particularly since she was wearing sunglasses. And I asked her, what's wrong? Why are you wearing sunglasses? And she said, oh, she wasn't feeling well, her eyes were bothering her, so she came to the fence to pick her up. And I said, okay, well, how come Daddy didn't come? Because my dad actually had been home. He was actually diagnosed with a slight dose of pneumonia the day before, so he was actually home resting on antibiotics. And my mom said, well, obviously he didn't feel well either, so that's why my friends came. Okay, so as we're driving home, I'm thinking to myself, something doesn't seem quite right. But I kind of dismissed it as paranoia and we continue on the drive home. Now, when I walk in the house, there were other people present, but noticeably absent was my dad. Because my dad was not a very quiet man. You would hear him listening to the TV, the radio, talking on the phone, something. So I asked the logical question of, where's Daddy? To which my mom responded, he didn't feel well. So I asked again, okay, so where is he? He didn't feel well. We've covered that. So now, where is he? Is he in the hospital? And when she said worse, I realized that he passed away. Now obviously, the fact that I'm standing here today, I've persevered and I've overcome it. But I think it's important to remember, always remember, that when things seem bad and things seem dark, go out, get the help you need, speak to people, and there will be brighter times ahead. The other P I wanted to talk to you about is perseverance. And the best example I can give you about perseverance is actually a building out on the 40th on the highway. There's a restaurant in there called Pyramid Door. And the first time I showed up to a networking event there in the restaurant, I get out of my car and I notice that there's about 4 steps going up, but no railing to hold on to. And I'm standing there and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? Because I'm like all dressed up for networking, you don't want to start like climbing upstairs and get all dirty. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well what am I going to do? And then I noticed there's a little paper on the door. And it turned out the paper said, so as someone's coming up, and I asked them what did it say, and it turned out it actually said that the event I was going to got moved. And as it turns out, it was wheelchair accessible and everything was fine. So I didn't have to go up the stairs and it all worked out really well. Until the next time I got invited back to that building, got there, got out my car and remembered, oh yeah, the stairs. So I'm standing in the parking lot and then I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe there's another way. So I got into the car and I decided to go behind the building and look if there was another entrance. And lo and behold, there was actually disabled parking with a little ramp to go in and an elevator to get up to the restaurant. So the challenge I'm going to give you guys tonight is, what is your stairs? What is keeping you from getting where you want to go and doing what you want to do? And do you have to go there? Or is there a little piece of paper telling you that you don't have to and you can walk away? And if you do have to get up those stairs, do something to do it. Go around the building. And by the way, go around the building is a metaphor. I don't want to see people in the back alley. God said that street is safe. So please, it's a metaphor. Look for an alternate way to do what you want to do. And those 2 P's are what you need to be successful. Thank you.